Just 4 years ago, Josh Taylor was the undisputed light welterweight champion and a top 10 pound-for-pound fighter. The Tartan Tornado was an aggressive fighter who was making a name for himself all around the world. But his fall-off is one of the quickest the sport has ever seen, and after suffering his third straight loss, things are not looking too well for him. This is the rise and fall of Josh Taylor. Taylor turned professional at 24 years old, a bit later than your average star. This was because he turned to boxing at just 15 and had a pretty decorated amateur career, winning a gold medal at the 2014 Commonwealth Games. He would rack up a lot of wins against serious contenders for various non-major belts and would beat Ivan Baranchyk in 2019 for the IBF title. He would then beat Regis Prograis later that year for the WBC title, and then Jose Ramirez in 2021 for the undisputed titles. Taylor would defend those titles to a lesser-known Jack Catterall in 2022, and after a very tough fight from the both of them, Josh would sneak by with a controversial decision victory, sparking a lot of debate among the viewers as they thought Catterall won. Taylor would eventually be stripped of 3 of his belts, leaving him with just the WBO and the ring, which he would defend against former unified lightweight champion Teofimo Lopez in 2023. And Teo really outclassed Taylor, in my opinion, winning 10 rounds. So now we all thought that Taylor would be making the jump to welterweight because we knew that 140 seemed pretty tough for him even before this Teo fight. But he would rematch Josh Catterall in 2024 with no belts on the line at 140. That was another tough and close fight, but it would be Catterall getting his hand raised. Then it was announced that he would finally be bumping up to welterweight this year to fight Ikaw Usman. Josh started pretty good and was the aggressor, but then he collapsed, losing by unanimous decision, making it 3 straight losses. But now at the age of 34, I really don't know what's next for Josh Taylor. Before we continue, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, that's Hayabusa, some of the best boxing equipment out there. If you're looking for some boxing equipment, head over to Hayabusa.com. Link is in the description. Use code ALEXD, ALEXD, get 10% off your order. Like I mentioned, Taylor is 34 and just had his debut at welterweight. I mentioned earlier that he should have made his debut at welterweight years ago. He really should have bumped up to welterweight after his first Josh Catterall fight. How he was making 140 was beyond me. I mean, even during his time as undisputed champion, but he fought Teofimo Lopez there, got beat, fought Jack Catterall in the rematch at 140, looked a lot better, than before. It was a really close fight, much closer than their first fight actually, even though Taylor won and Taylor lost in the second fight. The second fight was actually really much closer and a really good fight. But then he finally made the decision, left Top Rank as well, signed to a Queensberry, and now fought this Usman guy who was a pretty tough fighter as well. Definitely no tune-up for Taylor, bumping up to welterweight. Maybe that would have actually helped his career. Maybe he actually would not have him in this situation, fighting a very good challenger like Usman. Maybe have him fight a tune-up. That would have been good for Taylor. Might not have been a lot of money for Taylor, might have not brought a lot of viewers in, but I think to actually turn Taylor's career around, feed him a journeyman boxer, feed him a tune-up or a gatekeeper, not so much a journeyman. Journeymen are guys who are like 5 and 37. Feed him a gatekeeper who has a lot of losses, who will give you a tough fight, an exciting fight, but obviously not as skilled as someone like Taylor. I think that would have been better for Taylor's career, to feed him a gatekeeper, get his career back on track. Now, going forward, if Taylor was to fight again, which I don't know if that's up in the air. Will we see Taylor retire? I hope not. I think Taylor has a lot into him. He had a really good start. He has it to him. He just needs to change his game plan around. He maybe needs to get his confidence back as well. But if Taylor is going to fight again off 3 straight losses, I think it's smart for the promotional company, Frank Warren and his team, and Taylor's team, to really look after a gatekeeper, really get that tune-up, give Taylor his confidence back. Don't keep feeding him these hungry younger guys like Usman, like a Catterall rematch, Obviously, definitely not Lopez. Will Taylor be champion again? I don't think so, going on the route that they're doing right now. Stay at welterweight, stay more comfortable in this division, and get a tune-up. Get somebody who's going to help you turn your confidence around. You got to get back in the lab. You got to work on a lot of things. He gets hit a lot, and he has a really good starts, but he needs to find ways to, go after it in the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th round. Those last few rounds, he needs to find a way to get after that, because that's what's been hurting him lately. It's been hurting him in his second fight with Catterall. Had a good start against Teofimo Lopez, looked a much stronger, better fighter in the first couple of rounds against Teofimo Lopez, and then Lopez just went to work against him. So what his team needs to work on is him capitalizing at the end of the fights. Has good starts, but it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. So I feel like that could really help Taylor. All right, get a tune-up. Now, don't be fighting once a year, too. That's what he's been doing. He's been fighting once a year for the past, 5 years. That's not really going to help his career. If he's not going to fight again until May 2026, forget it. Try to get a fight at the end of the year. Get a tune-up on an undercard, I don't know, with Turkey or whatever, some undercard. Put your ego aside when it comes to viewership and money. Get a tune-up, turn your career around, get your confidence back, and then try to make another run again. The welterweight division is weird. Okay, we have Boots Ennis, who's very good, but I don't know how long Boots is going to stay there. He looked pretty drained last time he made 147 in his last fight, but we have some dangerous guys from 140 bumping up. Teofimo Lopez rumoring to bump up, wants to fight Boots. Okay, Ryan Garcia is now 147, even though he lost, and I think Ryan's probably going to bump up to 154 eventually pretty soon as well. Devin Haney, not a dangerous fighter, but if he was to fight a guy like Taylor, he'd definitely win by decision. Rolly Romero, a new champion, though I think Rolly Romero, he's not going to stay much at 147, and if he does, I mean, yeah, he'll probably beat Taylor, but I don't think that's a fight that's going to be made. But, you know, it's the division that has the potential to be good, but it's up in the air. It's very confusing. And I think if Taylor could just solidify himself at 147 and just get comfortable there, get a tune-up, get his confidence back, I think maybe we might see a turnaround with Taylor. 3 straight losses, though, and he's 34 years old. The chance of that happening is very low, though. I'm just saying, how could he turn his career around? Stay comfortable at 147, get a tune-up, and turn your career around. That's how I think he could do it. If he's going to bump up again, definitely not. Probably going to get stopped if he bumps up. And I don't know. It sucks to see. I mean, I feel like he was not appreciated enough when he was undisputed, when he was a top 10 pound-for-pound fighter. I mean, he was at the 5th ranked top 10 pound-for-pound fighter in the world at one point when he was undisputed. I mean, a very good fighter, but I don't know. That was his team. Was it him personally? I don't know. I really don't know. But let me know down below in the comments what you think's next for Josh Taylor. What do you think about his career? Should he retire? Should he get a gatekeeper? Should he keep going against top 10 contenders? I don't know, guys. Let me know down below in the comments. Make sure to subscribe. I'm out, guys. Peace.